Hey guys, back again with Rippin', the budget turbo converted Falcon. Thought I'd make a video just telling you guys a bit about the things I've learnt and a couple of things that can maximise the performance out of this setup. So yeah, let's get into it. So this setup's done quite well. It's been to a power cruise event, a few days of that. It's been to the drag strip, and I haven't actually had any issues yet, besides the one which I'll talk to you about in a sec. But for you guys who don't know what's been done, it's just a China turbo, cheapest intercooler kit I could find. Done a battery relocation, amps performance, and a process best crossover pipe, and it's running 8 pound. And yeah, so the only problem I really had was the flex plate, which is a common issue. A lot of the time the bolts just sort of back off themselves, but this has been doing burnouts and all that sort of stuff, so the fact that this was the first thing that went wasn't surprising, but it's also pretty funny, I thought. But I'll show you what I've got to address that problem. So here it is. It's a upgraded stock flywheel, and Pit Lane Performance has put this little plate in here, and we also got some ARP bolts. So when I get this installed, they'll put these in here, and they'll put a little tack weld once they're done up, so that it can never come out again. So for you guys that don't need to upgrade your flywheel, that's one way you can do it. It's just put them in, Loctite, tack weld, make sure it's even all the way around, so you're not wrecking any balance. And yeah, so that would be the first issue addressed. It's not really going to make it go any faster, but it's going to help for its longevity. And then also, while that's getting done, we can move on to the next issue, which is with these conversions, is the BTR 4-speed. So a lot of people really don't like the BTR 4-speed, and I can understand that. But we've put the gearbox cooler and the shift kit on it, and man, this thing hasn't missed a beat, the BTR 4-speed. I got to admit, this is the worst gearbox you can get, like PovPack BA, BTR Life, but it's done well. It has not missed a beat, but it is slow off the line. Like, there's no getting around it. So to address that, I've purchased this, and that is a Red Diamonds Performance 2.5 high stall converter. So I'm hoping that this will help it get off the line. Maybe you can even build a boost off the line, but yeah, that's going to really help to get that thing off the line. And to be honest, the BTR on a roll, it's fine, but yeah, that stop start on the drag strip was the first thing I noticed. We really needed some more help off the line, so hopefully that will get the 60 foot time down. So moving on to the next issue I sort of had, it wasn't that much of an issue, but it was definitely noticeable, is heat soak. So you may notice on these intake pipes, it looks like they've had water on them. Well, if any of you guys who watch the drag videos, you noticed that it was bloody hot, like 38 degrees. So what I did to actually get my time down a couple of tenths of a second, the last 2 runs, was put water in my hands and just put it on the pipes. And yeah, it made a difference. So yeah, heat soak definitely is a thing. I mean, I could have been icing the car up between runs, but I didn't have that. But my solution to that is, I haven't got the parts that are on order though, but is I'm going to get the Plasma Man, get rid of all this, and then get a Plasma Man one that comes around the top. We'll relocate that battery to the boot, and then it's just going to be a better cold side piping. So it's not really as budget as it used to be, but some Plasma Man piping would be lovely. So yeah, we're trying to hit the heat soak with that, actually not have the piping coming over the top of the turbo and over the crossover on the top of the engine, and just having it out of the way. So now onto the last part of trying to maximise this setup would be injectors. We'll get some injectors and we'll wind the boost up a bit, because I'm going to try and keep this engine unopened, and we'll see what we can do without valve springs and anything like that, and I'm thinking getting it up to 10 or 11 pound and chucking some 440cc injectors in there. And here is the purchase. We got 6 of these. These were cheap, so it'll be interesting to see how they go. But 440cc injectors, wind the boost up with a HDI electronic boost controller that I've ordered. Get that hooked up, and then it'll get retuned. Because yeah, I think the stock injectors are starting to get near their limit, around 340, 350 horsepower at the wheels, this is getting near that. And the fuel pump, the original fuel pump, which I've changed to a Sniper 320 litre per hour pump, was definitely a restriction, the stock one, because it was fine for 7.5 pound on the original conversion, but as soon as I upgraded to the Ants Performance intake, it naturally gave it more free-flowing air and it went up to 8 pounds, and I had to change my fuel pump. So my thoughts are thinking, you know, if we're going up to 10 or 11 pound, we'll do the injectors and we'll get that sorted. So yeah, that's what's happening next with Ripon. Obviously we'll get the flex plate and the high stall put in. That'll be the next video. But yeah, let's see how this budget setup keeps going, and once this setup's done, I'm going to buy another engine and we'll build something else for when this does eventually die somewhere. But until then, see you later.